Good evening and welcome to another night of Wildcat Lacrosse here at Eagan Wildcat Stadium. Again, my name is John Stevenson. I will be your play-by-play commentator.
And I'm Scott Lyon. I'll be helping with spotting tonight.
So tonight's starting lineup is pretty senior heavy because it is senior night here at Wildcat Stadium. So there'll be a little ceremony at halftime. But for tonight's lineup is going to be, as always, number 1, Nick Walrath. Number 2, senior Lane Nygaard. Number 4, senior Liam Thomas. Number 5, senior Sean Stevenson. Number 6, senior Gavin Lures. Number 7, senior Mason Reese. Number 10, senior Blake Pavic. Number 13, sophomore Sawyer Eisen. Number 30, senior Maxwell Schneider. And number 31, Parker Seeley, also a senior. So as you can see, the boys are all out on the field getting their last bit of directions from the refs as we get ready to face off against Lakeville North, one of our local rivalries. That in the past we've always had pretty good difficulty with both Lakeville North and Lakeville South. They've always been kind of a special craw in our side, but so far this season, Lakeville looks like they lost a lot of their seniors from last year. They're only down to 1 or 2 seniors on the varsity squad, and unfortunately their record is showing that as well, with yet to have a win for this season.
Yeah, it is. We're seeing a lot of 8th graders in their starting lineup, so definitely some senior heavy in us and so some young talent.
As they come away with the first face-off, and is going to get chased downfield, down on Nick's right side, work their way across the front of the Eagan bench. He's going to come across the top and then drop it off to number 21 on Nick's left side as he starts collapsing in back into the backfield, covered by Sean Stevenson on the right side, and then back up top as he's going to make a dodge down the center for number 7, Lakeville. Makes a little move and then bounces a shot right over Nick's right side. Nick was a little slow on that one. So that was going to be number 7, I believe, for Lakeville.
Yeah, Ethan Erickson with his first goal.
Ethan Erickson with his first goal of the game. So Lakeville's up 1-0. Hopefully this is just the boys just having to knock the cobwebs out a little bit and get the ball rolling on this and really start putting some pressure on them. So as we get down for the next face-off, Reed's going to take the center. Whistles in play, and Reed comes out with the ball. Good job, Reed. Picks it up and scrambles right down the center. Passes it off to, that's Blake on the right side of the goalie. He's going to backpedal a little bit, try and draw his defender out. Back up top to the fresh set of legs of number 22, Lucas Becker. And then over to the right side, number 6, that's senior Gavin Lures. And then down on the side, makes a little move on number 7. Gets the inside, but runs into a second defender. Doubles back, does an underhand shot, but the goalie stops it with his knee. So that's going to be our first shot towards goal. Stopped by Lakeville is
Max Mann.
Blake Pavic gives them a little bit of harassment up front, and they get it up across the 50-yard line. Chasing it downfield. That's going to be number 28. Tom Jameson giving chase. They're going to dump it off to Nick's right side. A little fancy, looks like a kayak move there almost by their offensive players. So he's going to back up and restart again. There it is again. There's that kayak move. He works his way across the top, tries a jump shot. Worked the last time, but it went a little higher. So it goes right over Nick's right side and over the net. As Sean gets ready to square off with the ball coming out of the backfield. They're going to pass it up top. Move it down the center as he's going to drive in. Little stutter step there, so nice good work there by Tom, capitalizing on that misstep. So he gets the ball, runs it all the way downfield. Oh, looks like Lakeville got a stick on it and popped it out of bounds. So it is going to be Egan's ball. A little bit of confusion from Bim. He's not sure it is our ball, but the ref's pointing towards him. Yep, it's yours. Go ahead and take it. So Bim's going to take it down on Lakeville's lower right side, work their way back up top over to Lucas. He's going to take a step back, make a move on his left side, comes in deep, takes a shot and scores right through traffic. Good work by Mr. Becker. Getting right in there and scoring right through traffic. So that's going to bring 1-1 with 9:38 left in the clock on this first quarter. First goal of the game by Lucas. Good job. So I think next episode or next televising is this Thursday. I'm going to ask Coach Matea for some stats. I think as the game progresses, we can start rattling off some of these boys' stats because it'll be the second to the last game of the season. Eagan loses possession. Lakeville takes it deep over to the 30-yard line. A couple of flying body checks, but number 7 carries it all the way into the offensive zone. Drops it up top, a little bounce in a misstep, but nobody close by to capitalize on it. So they're going to bring it down to Nick's left side. Back up top, high left. He's looking for an open man in the center, so he's going to work his way around over to Nick's high right side. Makes a little stutter step there on Jack. Jack does a good job keeping the shoulder. Bounce shot, good work by Nick. Even though it was going to go over, he wrangles it in to get a hold of that. A little bit of interference there on the pass. So Lakeville grabs a hold of it and comes out with it. Number 3 brings it down to the 20-yard marker. Back up top for number 12 in Lakeville. He's going to take a couple steps back and come downhill on Eagan's defense. Makes a swinging right-handed pass or right-handed shot that Nick pops it out of bounds. So they are going to keep possession of it, take it over on the right side. As you can see, Sean's going to line up on him. So he's going to bring it up just shy of the Eagan bench. And up top, Nick's high right. As he's going to work his way downhill on the hash marks. Cut to center, a little pass on the inside. And you got a player waiting in the backfield, so he gobbles it back up. Pass out for, it looks like they had a pretty good chance at a running shot on that, but goes right over the top of him. Egan's going to push it over the line, and then out comes number 17, Caleb, with the ball. As he's going to work his way down the hash mark. Pass, little high and popped off his stick. But we're going to get a little scramble in the backfield as the goalie retreats back to his goal. Looks like they're going to whistle it. It's going to be possibly Egan's. Yep, it's going to be Egan's ball. So it looks like somebody might have stepped out of bounds and played the ball. So that's going to be Joey Will on that side. Comes across the top, nice shoots right over the kneeling goalie, and scores right over the goalie's right shoulder. So good work by Joey Will, jumping on that confusion after the whistle and getting it in there and getting it in good. So good work by Joey. Scores now 2-1 Eagan with 7:32 left on the clock. And we are going to get Reed again is going to take the face-off as we get down and set. That was a good use of time there by Joey, getting in there and getting on the crease as fast as he can. As Reed sweeps it over to Mason. Mason swoops in and picks it up. He's going to take it downfield right next to the hash mark. A little defensive stick gives chase, and the ball pops out. So it looks like it is going to maintain Eagan possession. Didn't see if he actually got pushed from the back or not, but Blake's going to take it high left side. Pass it back over to Reed, that was Reed, number 14. Takes it right down the hash mark, and he's going to look for an opening on center. Doesn't see it, so he passes it off to the backfield. That's going to be number 12, Bo. And passing it over on the left side as a couple of Eagan players make their moves. Looks like Joey Wills on the left side again. Does a little back pedal back and forth. Takes a shot, which actually winds up to being a pass. And he's going to pass it back up top to Gavin Lures. Gavin makes a nice move on his defensive. Gets some space there, but drops the ball. A little bit of falling on a stick there, so ref does not call a loose ball push or anything like that, or tripping. Egan's going to sweep it forward. We're losing a little bit of ground, but out comes Blake with the ball. So he's going to run it down the hash marks. Underhanded shot. It looks like it was off target. Not sure if that was a shot on goal.
I think it was an optimistic shot, so I think it's going to be a turnover here.
Yeah, so we're going to lose possession of that one. I think maybe he was trying to underhand shoot it, and maybe their defense got a stick on it and made him pull it a little high. So Lakeville is going to get possession. Right, Bim puts a stick into him, but doesn't slow him down very much. As Lakeville takes it right down the sideline on Nick's left side, pass over to 21, who's shallow left. As he slows it down, not getting much pressure. So they're going to push it up top. 5:56 left on the clock in this first quarter. They're going to pass it up right in front of the Eagan bench. Little squared off there, losing some ground for defense. Over to X, and then back up on Nick's left side, back up top. And they're going to restart it as number 22 makes a cut inside. But he's going to back up and have a go at it again. Gets turned away by Mason. Good work, Mason, keeping your feet under you. And Sean face off on the X. Back over to the Nick's right side. Gives them plenty of room. Gives them all sorts of space. They're going to slow the ball down. 17 takes it on Nick's top left, right on the hash marks. Facing off against Mason. Mason does a little stutter move there. Good work by Mason staying with his guy. And it does result in a missed pass. Mason's right in behind him, but not quick enough. Or excuse me, that was
that's Rowan.
That's Rowan, 82. Sorry about that. I thought that I saw the leg warmer and thought that was Mason. Bounce shot goes right over Nick's head and over the goal. So Eagan is gonna keep on the defensive zone for this. Sawyer gets a stick on it. Good work, Sawyer, getting a stick up there and bounces it free. Sean works in it, and Sawyer. Manages to cause a out of bounds, but apparently Lakeville's going to keep it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're thinking that.
I think it was because it was off of Sawyer's stick.
Off Sawyer's stick, yeah.
So Lakeville keeps the ball. Little low bouncer shot goes right over Nick on the right side, tying up the game 2-2. 4:36 left on the clock.
That was 17.
Yeah, number 17 for Lakeville North. No penalties yet in this first quarter, so that's good news. Boys are playing a clean game. We do have to get these turnovers going a little bit quicker and make sure that we cure that passing problem that we've been plagued with for most of the season. So it is Reed... Well, that's number 17, Caleb. Yeah, 17 loses the face-off, but long stick for Lakeville takes it as he's getting chased from behind and stops right at the 50-yard line. So Lakeville number 5 takes it downhill, gets inside the offensive zone to get the touch, and dumps it off to the left side, and then back up to number 7, over to the top side. Number 4, a little hitch step there and a little kayak move. And number 4, he likes that kayak move.
That's a go-to. It's a go-to.
Yep, so nice low shot was blocked by number 22's foot. So that results in us coming out with the ball. He's going to get double-teamed and dropped it off to Liam. Liam comes out with it, makes his way around his guy, and gives it over to Nick. Nick's going to work his way upfield. Nice, wide open Sawyer gets across the line. Goes through his first defender. He's running right down the center. That's going to open up some ground. He takes a big sweeping shot that goes a little wide right.
Tough one,
but that's going to be Lakeville's ball because the goalie got to the line first. Big sweeping shot by Sawyer there. It goes a little wide, but he had a great opportunity to make a shot. Nobody was covering him, and he had a wide open shot. So right in front of Lakeville's bench, gets dropped. Little challenge there by Joey Will, and he scrambles around, gets across the 50. There goes Mason Reese pushing him out of bounds, out to the wing, as they're going to drop it in and get the touch in the offensive zone. Back over to the top left for Nick, and then fresh set of legs, 82 or 22, right down the middle, and Nick saw it coming and blocks the shot. Good work by Nick stopping that shot. A little bit of traffic out front and a little confusion. So Nick's going to take it upfield between the hash marks, uncontested so far. Making it to the 40-yard line is looking for an open man. So Nick's just going to take it over the line. And it's going to be offsides by Eagan because there wasn't a midfielder waiting on the line. So we got too many men on that side of the ball. So that's kind of a...
Well, if that would have been a turnover, it seems like that would have been a bad place to not have your goalie.
Yeah, certainly, yep.
So maybe that was in our favor. I got to say, if I'm a defender and I do that long run like Sawyer, I mean, I'm going to want to take a shot. It just feels like you've kind of worked really hard for that. So.
Yeah. You earned all that real estate. You might as well do something with it. So Lakeville's going to start with the ball just past the 40, bring it down and get the offensive touch. Pass it over to the top center. Takes a couple of steps back, surveys the defense, and makes a run down the hash mark. Bouncing shot goes right over the goal again. Lakeville likes these bouncing shots in the top corner.
I don't know if that's in the scouting report or what they got going on here.
So
but Nick's
hopefully,
doing all right with it.
Yeah, Nick can stay on his high side, not drop too low, as he makes a pass over to X, around the back and out front. Good work by the defense, keeping the stick out there. Little stutter step move, and who is that, number 8, I believe it is? Another missed pass, but nobody close enough to capitalize on it. So Lakeville gobbles it back up, makes their way back down into the center. Looks like he's trying to get a shoulder free. Number 17 lines up, takes a shot, blocked by Nick Lowe. Good work by Nick, dropping and seeing that one coming. So Nick does another save. He's going to work his way around, look for the open player. Not contested, so he's going to drop it off to the right side. And then back over to Nick. Liam dumps it right back to Nick as he gets right up to the 50-yard line. Waiting right in front of Lakeville's bench. A little bit of bobble there, but does manage to gobble it back up. Number 2 there for Eagan. Lane's going to take it down in the offensive zone. And over to Blake on the goalie's right side. Blake's going to work his way around the 30-yard ring. Decides to do a little double step there and totally beats his guy. Works his way out front. Oh, a little bad timing on that throw over to number 26 for Eagan.
David Comer was in the right spot.
It was David in the right spot, just a bad pass. So he's got a high hit and a shot. And a goalie gets a piece of it, so he's going to block it. We got 48 seconds left on the clock. Score is still 2-2. Good check there on the bottom of the stick by number 2 for Lane. And then over to their long pole. They're going to work it way up front. Bobbled pass. It's going to get gobbled back up. There's Mr. Comer again. That's going to be a trip call. So it's going to be Egan's ball right in front of Egan's bench. We got 30 seconds left on the clock.
Push the call against the Panthers possession Wildcats.
So looks like number 8, I believe. Brady's going to chuck it across field over to Sawyer. Sawyer's got Blake wide open just north of the 30. Blake's going to take it across over to the other hash mark. Looking for an open lane. Doesn't get what he likes. Little missed pass again, so gobbles it back up. Good work by Gavin, picking it back up. Gavin works his way around the inside, gets free, but then runs into another defender who's totally handcuffing him. And Egan's going to lose the ball. Gavin picks it right back, but there's going to be a whistle play. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. So that'll bring an end 2-2 so far. Not quite the score I was looking for against an unwinned no Lakeville North. I figured we'd at least be in the 5 or 6 area by this first quarter. But
well, they're both feeling them out. I mean, I think you got a young team that's getting some goals and early momentum, and so got to see how they respond and what coach is telling them here to get them tuned up for the second half, or for this second quarter.
So you did wind up taking the reins on one of the games, and you came up with a new little plan, a little chat GPT.
Well, I just didn't. There's not a good way to do handicapping to know kind of where these games are. So this one is a little unique though. I did look at the Panthers versus the Wildcats. It's not very encouraging from a Wildcat standpoint. So it does. ChatGPT is going to say that a Panther should win comfortably, which I mean is making me a little nervous here. It says based on their the size weight advantage, 100 pounds, with Jaguars exceeding 200, where Wildcats just typically 20 pounds. So, I mean, I would say that last game we played against Rose.
Looks like we got a flag down on the field. Somebody has an illegal stick, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
but
no.
Let's keep going.
No, I just would say, I mean, I think it felt a little bit more like the Rosemont was a little bit more of the heavier weight. But But yeah, so we'll see if the ChatGPT comes through and is accurate, or if the Wildcats can be a little elusive here and pull out some magic. It's senior night, so it'd be a good night to have some fun.
Yeah, it should be a good night. So we'll see who actually caught the penalty on that one. I want to say because the ref went over and talked to Matea, but I'm not 100% sure.
So we're thinking that may be us.
So it's going to be a non-releasable penalty.
Prior to the start of the second quarter, a penalty called on the Wildcats.
Oops.
This
It is going to be on Wildcats.
Non-releasable for an illegal stick. The penalty, number 10, Blake Pavic.
Oh, no. Blake Pavic gets called for having an illegal stick, so that's going to be a 2-minute non-releasable penalty. So regardless if Lakeville scores, that we're going to be man down for the full 2 minutes. Looks like a couple of the coaches are eyeballing Blake's stick going, I don't see a problem with that. I don't understand what's going on. So Eagan's going to be man down. They're going to be in their defensive holding zone. A lot of long poles out there for Eagan. Lakeville's going to work their way around top. Eagan starting out the second quarter on the left side, going from left to right. So Lakeville's going to work their way around. Some quick passing by Lakeville. Big pass out front, gets right past his guy. And give chase there. Sawyer going to run right into his guy right in front of the bench and then pops him. It's going to be Egan's ball. Good work. Short-handed Eagan ball by Sawyer. Good work, Sawyer.
Yeah, just be a shame.
It is going to be ball out of bounds. So
I mean, if somebody washed their stick to try and take away the smell or something and then it shrunk, I mean, that's just trying
wash their stick.
Well, just trying to do the good thing, you know. They don't want their entryway to smell, and now they got a penalty out of it, so.
Yep. So the good news is we get possession of the ball. I'm kind of surprised they're not double teaming the ball, but here comes Lakeville. They're thinking about it. Good swipe on Joey Will out front. Joey's just going to kill some time in the corner. Try and
seems like the right move.
He's going to get beat up pretty good as he dumps the ball as he gets shoved out. So it is going to be Lakeville's. No, it's going to be Egan's possession, I think. No, I'm sorry. That is going to be Lakeville's possession. So Lakeville number 5 takes it, dumps it off to number 10, and then all the way across. And number 44, Bim, puts a little stick on. Kind of misses his pass as they get it past the 50-yard line. All the way down, and another missed pass by Lakeville. So that's going to turn it back over to Eagan. Still time on the non-releasable penalty. So Egan's going to be short-handed. As Sawyer takes the ball, runs it up the line, gets all the way up to the 50-yard line. A little high pass there to Mr. Comer and totally missed. And then the long pole gets it but drops it. So Lakeville's got the ball back on Egan's offensive zone. Sawyer's going to square off against them while they do a little bit of shuffle and get some new legs out there. Egan's going to collapse back on their defensive zone and kind of let Lakeville work their way around the outside on Nick's left side. Back down to X, and then back over to the top, right over the top of his head, and it's going to go right over the Eagan side. So Eagan scoops it up, almost an over and back. They're going to whistle it. I don't know why they stopped play, but number 12 for Egan's going to take possession of it. That is Bo. Brings it up in front of the Eagan bench. So it's going to remain white ball for Eagan.
Well, it didn't really. Lakeville wasn't able to take advantage of that, so the time has expired, and they're back to.
Yeah, we're back to even strength, so Lakeville only got maybe a half a shot out of that, if anything. So good work by Egan's defense on the man down. Another missed pass by Lakeville, goes right over the top of his player and out of bounds. It seems to be happening a lot tonight.
Yeah,
a lot of passes right over the top of it. Maybe the boys shouldn't be washing their sticks.
Yeah, I know. It's a risk-reward thing. So
back over to Nick, who's going to take it out of the goalie crease, take it up top. Long pass to number 7, Mason Reese, who's going to leg it out right down the off. And good work over there to Lane. And then back up top over to number 14. That's Reed again. And back over to Lane. They're going to work their way up in the high right side for Lakeville's goal. Over to Bim, down to X. And then back over to Joey Will. Joey Will's on the goalie's left side. decides he's going to try and take it, so he makes a little move and shoots it right over the top of the goal. It is going to stay. They're going to call that a pass. Not really sure I'd call that a pass, but I mean, it was off target, but it looked like Joey was making a shot on goal, so it's going to turn the ball over to Lakeville. Bim does a really good job meeting the deep hole out at the 30-yard line. Gets run over, so there's going to be a flag down. Bim comes out with the ball, so it's going to be a delayed penalty. Bim works his way around the outside, goes right in front of the net, shoots in right into the Lakeville goalie, who buckles up and rolls over. Not sure where he hit the Lakeville goalie. Hopefully the goalie was wearing all his protective equipment. But by the way he's standing there, it doesn't look like he was wearing it at all.
Well.
Or if he was wearing it, it definitely hurt.
Well, he's going to have to get himself together here quick because they're going to get some shots in this power play.
So Egan's going to be man up. I haven't quite heard what the penalty was.
Oh, they're going to sub out goalies on this. So.
Oh, yeah. So goalie's not feeling so hot, so he's going to come out. As we wait to listen what the table calls the penalty is. Looks like Egan's going to use this time to take a little time out. So they're going to warm up their new goalie.
Nolan is coming. I don't know how to say Fly Clyde?
That I don't want a hamburger or the poor kid's name.
Nolan. We're just going to say Nolan.
We'll just call him
Nolan's going to get warmed up here.
Yeah, Nolan's going to get warmed up and sub in for their goalie. So normally between first and second period we do
we could use
the
some
rule of the game.
We could use some rules of the game. I need education here. So what do you got for us today?
So today we're going to go back with a little bit of a goalie rule.
Oh,
so
nice.
And it's also a change to the ruling for this year. How long does the goalie have to get back to the net? So let's say there's a shot on goal. Goalie dumps out of the crease to make it to the line so they can change over possession. How long does the goalie have to get back to the crease before they restart play?
I'm going to say 5 seconds.
That is the old rule.
Oh, man.
So it's no longer a 5-second rule. Once the opposing team has possession of it and they're ready to go, regardless of where the goalie is, they will whistle the play in. So any goalie making a run for the border, trying to change the possession,
you don't got extra
if
time
we
to get
do
back.
not get possession, they immediately have to turn around and get back in place.
All right, let's see what we can do here with this opportunity. I like watching this power play work.
So it looks like back in there is Blake. Hopefully he's got a different stick. So Blake's going to take it as they whistle it back into play. Over to 22, Lucas. And then up top to Joey Will. Bound low and back up to Joey. Joey's going to pass it up to the center. Little poke check there. He drops his hands. And then back. Oh, little drop pass there. So their defenseman comes in, swoops in, picks up the ground ball, and he's paddling away with the top of that stick, trying to get downfield. Gets it over the touch. Long pass. Well off target. Goes right over their wide open Lakeville player and out of bounds. So turning it back over to Eagan. I think that's going to be Sawyer taking it just shy of the Lakeville bench. He's going to dump it over to Nick. Nick's going to take it upfield, look for his open guy. That's going to be number 14. Reed's going to take it over the center. Little missed pass there. But Joey Will is there to gobble it up. Does a little hesitation move and draws his guy. Also draws a flag. So there's going to be another delayed penalty on Lakeville. Big sweeping shot there by Blake. Misses target, but that's going to bring on Lakeville's penalty. So we'll maintain possession. So it's going to be a 1-minute slash on, I want to say it was number 5. Looks like their deep hole for Lakeville.
I had one job to do, and I just failed, John. It was, no,
that's ours.
That's ours.
That
would have been Sean Stevenson. So, it's not
so we're going to start with the ball on the left side, back up top, over to Bo, back down high left side to Joey, back over to And then right inside. Good work by Bim, standing on the front door again. Nice quick pass from Blake over to Bim. Waiting right on the goalie's right side and scoots it right through. So the score's now 3-2, 6:52. We've gone a long time without a score.
Yeah, no,
long time.
We have, and that was Dylan Foster that got that penalty. So
okay,
I'm back on track.
So Lakeville's going to be back on even strength, releasing that penalty.
Let's see what we can do here on the face-off. That's really been a strength for Eagan this year, a lot of face-off wins. So I think we've been about 50-50 today. So we'll see what
we haven't been too
Caleb
bad
can do.
So Caleb's going to take it. Looks like almost maybe a hold called on Caleb. Ref was thinking about it, but it's going to be a loose ball. So Lakeville's going to keep possession of it as a couple of Eagan players falls on their
foul. Yeah, it was kind of tough. That was almost 2 opportunities for a call there.
So Lakeville's going to take it down in the offensive zone, gets the touch, and back on the high right side of Nick. Number 3 uncontested up top. So all their Lakevilles are down just about the 15-yard line. He works his way across the top, and good work by Sawyer putting a body check on him and throws off a shot who goes wide left to Nick and scoots out of bounds, but they have a waiting player in the X position. So back up over to Nick's left side, and Liam's giving him a good job, giving him the what-for business as they try to set a pick. And Liam stays with his guy. Lot of flurry of checks there by Liam. Keeping his guy.
Timeout.
Timeout by Lakeville.
I think they were worried on the edge there, getting pushed out of bounds, so taking advantage of that.
Yeah, Liam was swatting away pretty good on their players, so Lakeville's going to call a timeout. Give him a little reprieve from Liam.
Well, I got to say Colton looked pretty fast, so I think that was good to use the stick to slow him down a little bit.
And Sawyer did a good job with the body check right out front before he took the shot, causing him to miss low into Nick's left side. So that was good work by Sawyer.
Well, fun watching the sun come down here, get a little bit of under the lights action. We haven't had a real late game, I don't think, this season.
Well, this is the second one that we've started at 7:30. Of course, the sun is a factor on the Eagan side right now, being on Nick's right side. So hopefully we don't get any shots coming from our side of the field.
They're checking more sticks, so we got a lot of parents with anxiety right now. What's the do we get ever defensive stick cheating? Is that a common thing, or is it
they will check defensive sticks? Yes. As far as length is concerned, though, as long as it's not over 72 inches, I believe it is.
Okay.
So, but theoretically speaking, and at least for my son, during his younger playing days on defense. His defensive pole was about maybe 12 inches longer than a short stick when he was first starting out on defense, just so he could get used to a little bit of extra reach and things like that. But rule-wise, as long as it's longer than a short stick and shorter than 72 inches,
you're in.
They're in. A defensive pole could be almost any size. So we got 6:09 left on the clock. Eagan is up 3-2. Lakeville's going to have possession on Eagan's offensive zone. Looks like they're going to start on Nick's left side. So force them to shoot into the sun. Little help from the refs. That never hurts. Number 7 comes across on the hash marks. Passes it off to backfield, but goes right past his guy. So that's going to change over to Eagan. Liam's going to go to the line, pick it up, dump it off to Nick. Nick is going to look upfield for a wide open white jersey. Totally uncontested all the way up the middle. Looks like Bim's sweeping across the Eagan logo, and he's going to fight his way through 2 guys as he gets checked and put down. But number 81 for Eagan, Trenton, comes out with it. And looks like their defense is really putting the hack on there, so it's going to be ball down. It's going to be Lakeville's ball. So it's going to be loose ball push, so change of possession. As he's going to take it right up the hash marks and right down the Eagan logo. Gets a little bit of check there from Mason, and out comes Jack Medicine. Good work there from the back by Mason. Totally loses track of Mason, who's right behind him, and stick checks him, knocks it down. So Mason comes out with it, cuts across. Oh, big hit there. That should be a flag. Poor
Bim is still down.
Bim was what's the word I'm looking for?
He was victim of that. His head was looking somewhere else, and he got hit hard.
The word I'm looking for is unprotected player.
Yeah.
So gets checked pretty hard and put down. Little surprised there wasn't a flag on that one. And this is really going to hurt our offense, having Bim. Hopefully he can recover quickly and come back out. The boys take a knee out on the field, hoping for their players. So, unfortunately, I don't think the refs saw that, so they had more focus on the ball.
Moves fast. It moves fast.
It definitely does move fast, and the refs are only human, too. They can only see so much, even though there's 3 of them out there. And there's been plenty of times where I've lost track of the ball or lost track of what's going on. Good news is Bim gets up under his own power. He's going to walk off with the trainer and Coach Matea. Little gingerly, but he's still walking. Good gait, so he looks good. So maybe just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Go to the sideline, take a couple of breather, maybe a shot of water, and he's back in it.
We need him back. He is just a workhorse. So
score still 3-2 with 5:05 left on the clock. And it's going to be Egan's ball, so we're going to start out with it. Over to X and then back around top. Looks like a little challenge there for number 22, Lucas Becker, as he works his way towards X. Good work by the deep hole, knocking the ball loose. And Lucas loses sight of it, so he gobbles it up. A little bit of pressure there. Good work. Pressure in the deep hole. Panics a little bit. Tries to pass off to the goalie. And then drops it all the way up to a wide open number 6, who doesn't get the ball, but he has plenty of time to come back and get it. So they do get it over to Egan's offensive side, and they're going to slow it down a little bit. Little challenge there by Sean, pushing him out, not giving him a lane to work with. So Sean's going to be high up top as they're down on Nick's high left side. Deep hole long sticks all collapsing back on the crease. So across the top of the middle and then over to the right side. Good poke check by Jack, or excuse me, that was Liam, number 4. And then back out over to the next left side, back up top. And a missed pass by Lakeville. They're just going to watch it go over the line. So Liam, number 4, is going to come, or excuse me, that's number 6, sorry. That's Gavin for Egan. The short stick's going to take it right in front of the 40-yard. Ref whistles it in play. So he's going to take it up the line, pass it right over to Joey. Joey gets an offensive touch. Right back over to Gavin. And then back over to the right side. So a high right side for the goalie, Lakeville goalie, as we work back over to center. A little bit back over to the lane. High across the logo. Lane's going to take it across the hash marks, work his way across center. Gets a good head of steam and beats his guy, but doesn't like what he sees and slows down a little bit. Little short pass there, gobbled up. And then back over to Gavin. Gavin's going to start his way downhill. Little stop step and takes a shot. Misses and goes just to the goalie's left side. Good news is Egan's got a player in the backfield, so it's going to maintain possession. We've got 3:02 left on the clock for Egan. Number 22 works his way around. Low shot. Gets blocked by the goalie. And gobbled right back up. But gets punted out, and it's going to be a little fight for the ball on the goalie's right side. Little game of hungry hippos. Comes out number 22. Works his way back towards a shovel pass up top. Another drop.
Reed's
Ball
got it coming out.
Caused by the defense, so Reed came out with it, goes across the 30. He's going to work his way inside, gets hammered and dropped to the ground.
And another flag. So we got 2 coming in.
So that's going to be a flag on Lakeville as they get the turnover. There's 2:26 left on the clock. Egan still 3-2. Looks like it's going to be a slash penalty. Oh, actually, there's more than one penalty.
Yeah, 6 and 22 both. So we had one that we were on playing on, and then that second hit, I think that second crush got another one.
So they're going to be down 2 players, giving Egan the advantage with 2:26 left on the clock. Looks like it's going to be 6 on 5.
Penalties called on Lakeville North. Both penalties are on number 6, Everett Hansen.
Oh, they're both on the same player,
Personal
so
foul slashing.
he's going to have a double penalty to serve. Good shot there on the right side as we were discussing the penalty.
Bo Keene.
That was Bo shooting for a little bit of real estate there and beats his goalie outright on his left side. So good work by Bo scoring there. Going to bring Eagan up 4-2, doubling our lead. 2:19 left on the clock. I believe that's only going to release the first penalty. But
this is above my pay grade, so it looks like nobody's standing.
It looks like
so.
they're back on full advantage, so it's going to be full roster for both. So it does release both penalties.
Scoring for the Eagan Wildcats, number 12.
Oh, too bad Caleb couldn't come out with that one. Went around on his left side, so Lakeville's going to come out with it. Not sure they get a fresh set of legs out there, so they're going to slow the ball down. Up on top left side of Nick, back over to Nick's right side, high. Number 7's going to take a little stutter step move, try and make a move around the outside, tries to open up his shoulder, takes a shot, goes right over Nick's left side. Number 2 is close to the sideline, so they're going to maintain possession. Over in front of Liam, and then back up top. A little stutter step back. He's going to make a move in the inside. Good work by number 28 there, Tommy. And he pokes it free. He's going to swat it up over across the line. So Lakeville cannot pick it up.
And it was a push going in. So,
well, Lakeville wouldn't be able to pick it up anyway because it would have been over and back. So Egan's going to take possession over to Joey Will. And then up top, we got about 1:26 left on the clock. So let's see what the boys can do with this one. Is coming downhill is number 26, David Comer. A little bit of tangled up in the middle. Ref throws a flag, and he's going to whistle the ball dead. So it looks like David drew another penalty.
See who's coming off here.
Maybe head contact, I believe. I don't know if you can hear the crowd. They were kind of oohing and awing in that call.
It could just be excitement for the seniors. I mean, the parents are starting to assemble down there. So I know, there's a lot of energy. You got to get down there quick. I mean, you're not going to have a lot of time here. So. See if we can get one more here before halftime on this opportunity.
So as Eagan works his way back over to Joey, back up top, waiting right down in the middle, waiting there is number 12 and gets just hammered.
Bo.
So poor Bo never saw that train on the tracks. Lakeville's goalie's going to take it. Looks like he's hesitating a little bit. Good work by number 22, poking it free. And then Joey Will comes out with it. He comes down south.
Bo,
and nice work, Joe. Bo makes up for getting hammered.
Yeah, I think he was still recovering it, but had his wits about him to catch that and get a shot off.
Bo definitely had enough wits to be waiting on the goalie's right side wide open. So Eagan brings it up 5-2. 42 seconds left on the clock. So as we get ready for a new face-off here, 40 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be Reed taking the face-off.
See if Reed can get this done. Quick win and crashing down to the goal. Let's see if we can do it.
Quick possession, leg it out, get right on top of the crease. Looks like a loose ball there. Gets popped free by Tommy. And then over to the 40-yard line. Still pushed around, a little bit of pressure. So a little reach over by Joey Will. He's going to dump it off to their goalie. So it looks like they're just going to try and kill the clock, I believe. But he's going to wing it all the way down to Lakeville's new player coming out. They do get possession of it, but Sawyer's going to whack away a couple times. And looks like he's in a little bit of pain from Sawyer's stick checks. So pass up top. Good pass there. But a little off-target shot, so Nick's going to get possession. We got about 3, 2, 1. Nick heaves it all the way across. And that's going to be the end of this second quarter. Eagan is in the lead, 5-2. As we get ready to have a little bit of a ceremony at halftime, and we'll be joining us back at the third quarter.
We'll take a break. Looking forward to recapping when we come back.
We'll have our senior night ceremony here in just a few moments.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These are the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and to support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Call 911 for all emergencies. We're here to assist with non-emergency calls as well. You can call us at 651-322-2323, or you can submit an online request. The same 911 dispatchers who answer the phone calls also answer online requests 24/7.
3322 for a disturbance noise complaint.
The online request supports language translation and may be an ideal option for those with communication barriers. Your non-emergency call may be answered by a virtual assistant. There are many common requests that the virtual assistant can help you with, allowing you to avoid hold times during peak volume hours. We're still here for you for non-emergencies. In an emergency, call if you can, text if you can't.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus!
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
What's the address of the emergency?
When you call 911, we'll guide you through it. Just try to stay calm and focused and answer the call taker's questions. The first and most important information that we ask is the address and location of the emergency. From there, the questions being asked will depend on the emergency being reported. All the information you provide ensures that you get the right help as soon as possible.
At Dakota 911, the role of call taking and dispatching is split. While the call taker is speaking with you, their partner is already dispatching emergency services to the location needed.
Dakota 911 has tools to recognize and support communications in multiple languages. An interpreter may be brought on the line to help support the call.
Listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions.
If you have a medical emergency, Dakota 911 provides pre-arrival instructions, such as CPR, until responders can get on the scene and take over. Seconds save lives, so the sooner we can intervene and provide care, the greater the outcome.
In an emergency, call if you can, text if you can't.
Reminder again that the concession stand is open tonight at the southwest corner of the
Welcome back to the second half of Wildcat Lacrosse against Lakeville North Panthers. Eagan is currently leading 5-2 as we get ready to start the third quarter. So as for scoring so far today, who do we got for Eagan?
We've got Joey Wills got a goal, Lucas Becker as well. Bim has got a goal on the board, and Bo Keen with 2 goals. So
Bo's got 2. Good work there, Bo. So as we get ready to start,
lots of excitement here as we're celebrating seniors tonight.
We got a big senior crowd out there. A lot of supporters for these boys, which is really good to know. And, of course, hopefully they get the boys pumped up a little bit.
All right, let's see what Reed can do on this face-off.
So as we get started, little shovel out. Good work by Reed, pushing out towards this guy. Little trouble gobbling it up, but the long pole picks it up and gets double-teamed right in front of the Eagan bench, dumps it off. Ooh, he managed to thread the needle there and get it right into his stick.
Great work.
He's going to work his way down the hash marks and then dump it off to uncontested left side. Eagan's going to be working from right to left in this third quarter. So a little slow down action as we get some fresh legs out there. Right over to Blake, who's going to work his way downhill. Takes a shot. Bounces right over the goalie. Good work by Blake, taking it high right down to about the 25-yard line and takes a bouncing shot right over the goalie. So that's going to bring Eagan 6-2 with 11:28 left on the clock. Just over 30 seconds for that goal.
A little bit of energy coming out of halftime, so that's good to see.
Yeah, the boys get a little pumped up. Maybe they had a couple of energy drinks or something.
Could be some. Maybe orange slices. I think they do orange slices, I'm sure.
Much more healthier.
I'm sure.
Of course.
All right, here we go, Caleb.
All right, as we get ready for Caleb to get down and set. Whistle and play. Lakeville bobbles it. Caleb kind of knocks over his player, comes out and then gets leveled. So it's going to be Eagan's ball. Caleb was the last one to get leveled, so he's going to draw the turnover.
A little bit of a beatdown, but we got the ball. We're moving forward here.
Sacrifice the body as Mason takes it down to the logo, down into Lakeville's offensive zone, getting the touch. Lakeville's left side. Not sure. I can't see that number there. He's going to work his way back, pedal out. Guess his way inside. That's going to be Joey Will, number 19. Pass right up front to 22, but he's going to lose it. Is a little bit of scramble for the ball. Goalie comes out with it, wings it right over top of the midfielder, who's going to have plenty of time to work it, and then does not get a possession of it. Gets peeled off it by Caleb, but they're going to whistle it dead. There's a little hit from behind, I'd say. Not quite legal. I think if he had maybe 2 more degrees out in front, it would have been a legal side-to-side, but so Lakeville's going to take it high up top, try and capitalize on this, pass it down low into the backfield, covered by Liam, who's going to pummel his guy, knocks the ball loose. Good work, Liam, popping it loose as they fighting for the ball on the ground. Looks like they might have called a little push on Liam, so they're going to give the free clear for that. Takes it over on Nick's right side, works his way up top, gets a shoulder free, but Nick sees it coming and pops it free over his left shoulder, and then back over. Sean takes a swipe at the player, and then playing it off field. So that is going to be out on Lakeville, so it's Eagan's possession as we take it over to Nick, who's going to take it right up the center, uncontested. Sean works his way up to the 50-yard line. A lot of players waiting on the 50-yard line. Nick dumps it off to number 2. Lane, who's waiting wide open, and gets it down into Lakeville's offensive zone pretty quickly. So good work by the boys clearing that out. And then over on the up top. And then over a new fresh set of legs for Eagan as he scrambles off. Caleb's going to get a rest. Good work there, working his way around his guy, and another bounce shot, but misses. And high rebound all the way over to Blake. Takes it over to the goalie's left side, right on the hash marks. Joey Will takes a shot and scores right underneath the left side of the goalie. Good work from Blake to Joey Will. And Joey just muscles his way in, passes the defender, and shoots right underneath the goalie's left side. So it's Eagan 7, Lakeville 2, 9:15 left on the clock. Egan's has at least 2 unanswered goals now. So good work by Eagan. Got to keep the pressure up as we see Mr. Lyon out there again. He must have got his drink of water and orange slice and got ready.
I'll see what it'll do for him, man.
So don't worry, Dad's watching. Good pop out by Mr. Lyon, and he chases around a little bit and picks it up. Good work by number 17 for Eagan. He works his way down, getting the offensive touch, but he is just getting pummeled with this stick, and it's going to be a penalty on Lakeville. I bet you it was going to be contact to the head, so he's going to pass it off to David Comer and passes it up top. I believe that's Blake again, top left side. Works his way down. Yes, it is. Wake down in the center, and then backs out a little bit, and then restarts, trying to get a shoulder in there. Get his shoulder free. Number 22 comes across the top. Nice low shot.
Lucas Becker.
Good work, Luke, by taking just a pummeling from their defense, but gets a shoulder free and gets an underhanded worm burner right past the goalie. I believe that's going to wave off Lakeville's penalty. So we've got 8:33 left in this third quarter. Score is 8-2. Eagan really putting the pressure on in this third quarter. What do you think Coach Mateus said to the boys at the half?
I don't know. We should bottle that up, though. Well, half the team wasn't there, so I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an interesting situation.
We had quite a few seniors out in the field. So it is going to be a 1-minute personal foul for Lakeville. Big hard check by Mr. Thomas and drops his guy, so Egan's going to get possession of that one. Is Lakeville or Egan's going to keep the ball right around the 30-yard mark, and then over to and then back up to Bim's back out. Good work, Bim on the high high right side of Lakeville's goal. Back over to low. He has a little trouble picking up, but their defense comes out with it. Pops it up high. Big sweeping catch there by Lane.
Lucas
fights his way through. Oh, that was Lucas. He almost came out with it. And then back over to Bim. Doesn't quite reach him. Gets blocked, and the ball's down on the ground. Looks like it's going to be Lakeville's ball with a push. So Lakeville's going to keep it low on their left side. Start out with it. He's going to cut across the front of the goal. And looks like Egan's going to push them, start working their way towards the offside or out of bounds. Big hit there coming, sweeping down number 31 for Egan. That was Parker Seeley, the senior, who stays with his guy and pushing him out. Doesn't give him a shot, but they do get the pass off to X. They're going to work their way high on Nick's left side as they reset, get a couple players across the field, get some fresh set of legs out there. So they're going to settle the ball quite a bit. Number 17's out near the 40-yard line. Over to Nick's high right side. A little double step and back to number 17. He's going to try and work his way downhill. Covered by, and then gobbled up by Nick. Gets popped high, but does not make it on target. So it's going to go out of bounds for Lakeville, giving Egan the possession. Number 81, Trenton's going to take it over on the left side. He's going to work his way up the line. Does a little stutter step move over to the middle to Sawyer. Sawyer dumps it off to Sean, who's going to take it across. Right in front of the bench. Good work, Sean. Here we go, Sean. Choo-choo. Trains on the tracks as he does a little double step and then dumps it off.
Thought about it.
Good work by Sean, getting it down and deep in the offensive zone, but doesn't like what he sees and dumps it off to Blake, who's going to reset it. Fresh set of legs on Joey Will coming in. Makes a quick move on the inside. Waiting right on the nice work by number 12.
Pass. Great pass from Joey to Bo, and Bo finishing up for a hat trick today.
Bo gets his hat trick by being in the right place at the right time. Confusion was happening on Lakeville's left side as Bo just said on the, hey, guys, I'm wide open.
Sat down, caught, and great shot.
So good work on offense and defense on that scoring, bringing the score 9-2 now with 6:22 left on the clock. So Egan's going to, who's that? Is that 14?
We got Reed take
Reed
the
again.
face off.
Taking
Here we
the
go.
face off. Little scoop out. Doesn't quite get it, but looks like we're going to play it.
Dancing. He comes out.
Good work there. Thomas comes out with it, but he's got that long pole, so somebody got a hold of it and dropped it. As it gets popped out to another Lakeville defensive long pole. He's going to work his way upfield. Unable to catch up with him, so he's got wheels
fast.
Right out in front and scores right over Nick's head.
Wow,
and,
cruising.
Good work by Lakeville there, getting possession and nice quick set of legs by that deep hole.
Jacob Stoner came out like a rocket through the Eagan defense here. So
looked like he had his hair on fire coming right down the center. So that's going to bring the score 9-3. Lakeville still in the lead by 6. 5:57 left on the clock. Just under 6 minutes. So we had a good scoring run there, but Lakeville managed to change it over and kind of take a little bit of the momentum away. Let's see if we can regain that. A little down. Looks like it's going to be Lakeville's ball on that little fall down, so it's going to be a loose ball push, changing it over to Lakeville. Number 3 is waiting right out front, takes a shot, and takes advantage of it and shoots right over next right side. I believe that was number 3.
Maxwell Flynn.
So now the score's 9-4. Lakeville cutting their deficit a little bit.
All right, we got to get a ball and slow it down a little bit here.
Yeah. So is Caleb's going to take the face off again right in front of the Eagan logo. Come on, Caleb, as he pops it free. Good work, Caleb. Getting a stick on it and coming out with it. And he's getting beat up from behind. Runs right into traffic and comes right out with it. Good work, Caleb. Not losing possession. Drops it off to Mason Reese on the top. And then over to Blake coming in with a fresh set of legs on the 30-yard marker. He makes a little move on his long pole. Gets around him, but doesn't like what he sees. Drops it up top to Joey Will. Joey Will fights through 2 defenders and shoots just over the left shoulder, or excuse me, the left side of the goalie, and puts it right in. I don't think the goalie saw that coming at all and reacted a little late.
No, barely able to see that movement. I
don't think he was ready for him to make a shot. So fighting his way through traffic.
So Joey's with a hat trick as well with 3 goals for the day.
So bringing the score 10-4. Eagan up by 6 with 5:19 left on the clock in this third quarter. Caleb's going to get another shot at a face-off. As we hear somebody in the crowd
a little bit of jump. Somebody yelled his name. He got a little too excited, I guess. There.
Somebody in the crowd yelled his name, so he flinched. So it's going to turn it over to Lakeville, number 7. Gets in the offensive touch. Not really waiting for that one, so he kind of forces a move by number 17, who's getting almost triple-teamed. And then back over to high right side of Nick. And then top left, number 7, top center. Does a little J-turn, comes downhill right on the hash marks. Tried to pass it to X, but Nick saw that and snagged it right out of the air. Good work by Nick.
Was a great ball.
So Nick's going to take possession of it, take it upfield. Dumps it off to number 10, Blake. Works his way through the first defender and around the second one. And then about to eat a triple team, but reels back. He's going to get inside the touch. Good work by Blake. A lot of hustle east and west on that one for Blake, but he did a great job. And then up top, as he stutter steps across, takes a little check in the back, pass right out front, and then it gets a little loose and then dumped over to number 22, Lucas Becker. So he's going to circle it around. Lucas looks like he's limping a little bit, might have took a stick to the leg. And then back up top to Joey Will. Joey's going to try and suck his defender out before making a move. Gets in and gets right on it, but shoots high and right over the goalie's left shoulder. But we do got to put a couple players in the backfield, so Egan's going to maintain possession. We have 3:42 left on the third quarter. Egan up 10-4. Working his way over the Lakeville goalie's left side. Gets stopped by the defender and retreats a little bit. Looking for an open spot. Makes a move and gets around him. Right around the front, and then does an inside move but loses the ball. So their defense is going to pick it up, drop it off. Oh, looks like it's going to be white ball. Refs. Oh, it's going to be interference on Lakeville, so Wildcats are going to take it. Whoa, big shot there. Gets stopped by the goalie. Blake trying to capitalize on the confusion, takes a shot, but Lakeville goalie saw it the whole way. So he's going to take it right up the center. Passes off right just shy of the Eagan's logo. Number 4, he's got a good fresh set of legs there, and he's going to get double teamed here in a second, but manages to make it into the offensive zone. So they're going to slow the ball down. Top right of Nick, top center, and then over to number 12. We got a flag down by the ref. Not really sure what that flag was, but that was really off-ball flag. Oh, I'm not quite sure. Looks like Eagan has too many men on field as we draw another flag.
Penalty flags have been thrown.
So the refs are going to whistle that dead. Looks like we're going to have too many men for Eagan and then maybe a penalty on Lakeville.
Is that technically offsides for Eagan?
Yeah, it would be offsides. So it looks like only Eagan's going to get assessed the penalty. Not quite sure. Kind of waiting to see what the table says. Eagan's defense is going to collapse. Yeah, 1 minute for cross-checking. And then a 30-second offsides penalty. So Eagan's going to be down 2 players. Is Eagan's defense. Oh, good work there by Eagan seeing that missed pass. As Liam Thomas comes out with it and runs right down the hash marks. Liam's making his way down to the 30-yard line. Takes a shot, but it's a little wide left. The goalie sees it and picks it up. He's going to pass it right back. And Liam scrambles back. Sees his player gets covered with it. So Liam does a good job trucking it downfield. Lakeville comes right down center, takes a big sweeping shot. Nick saw it coming the whole way. Passes off to Mason Reese right in front of the Eagan bench. Mason does a little move on his guy, gets around him, starts working his way towards the center of the field, gets the offensive touch. Mason dumps it off, and Eagan scores shorthanded.
Great pass by Mason, working it all the way down.
Mason sees an open left side and passes it off. So Eagan's going to get a shorthanded goal. It's now going to be 11-4 with 1:41 left on the clock. Eagan's still going to remain shorthanded by 1. We're still serving that 1 minute / penalty. So getting close to the end of the third quarter here. Minute 41 left on the clock. And that's going to be your son again taking the face off.
No flinches.
He's done
here.
pretty good.
No flinches. Let's go.
No flinching. No, nobody yell his name. Good. Ball gets popped out by Lakeville, so he runs around him and picks it up. Drop it off to Nick's left side, right around the 10-yard, back up high. Eagan's still short, 1 man. Oh, Eagan is going to be back on even strength now, so we're going to have a full contention of players on both sides. So we're going to slow the clock down a little bit. We got 1:18. Is Lakeville's high left side for Nick. He's going to take a little move there, survey his field, cut across the middle. Doesn't get what he likes. Good work by number 81, keeping him out as he dumps it off. So he's going to get a new look where it gets stopped at the hash marks. Number 4 turns back over to Lakeville's 81, who's going to start on Nick's right side, try and come downhill. Doesn't like what he sees, but sees an open guy in the backfield. Comes around the left side, and Nick didn't quite pick him up quick enough. And he shoots right over Nick's left shoulder, scoring. Not quite sure what number that was.
And then number 2, Joseph Steriff.
Joseph Steriff for Lakeville North scoring. So it's still 11-5 for Eagan. Still up by 6. 47 seconds left on the clock. I believe that's going to be Reed coming out. I almost called him by his brother's name, but Reed, number 14, is coming out. take the face off. See if we can capitalize on this. Sweeps it right over to Mr. Thomas.
Nice job.
And then dumps it right back over to him as he's going to come down and get the offensive touch. Scramble back as we reset a little bit. Got a little over 30 seconds left. Over to number 2. And then back up top, sweeping inside, but Lakeville gets a stick on it. And then chasing it down is Joey Will before it gets to the sideline. He'll gobble it up and make a head rush. Gets turned back. Up top, he's going to try and suck his defender out. Got about 14 seconds left on the clock. A little bit of stutter move back and forth. Looking for an open guy down low. He's going to cut his way across the top front. Little pass gets bobbled and picked up by Lakeville's defense. We got 2-1, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter with a little chop there by Lakeville on number 14, Reed Nygaard's back. So that brings us to the intermission between the third and fourth quarter.
Oh, man. I'm excited for it.
So
we got some dad jokes coming.
We got some dad jokes coming in honor of your ChatGPT animal.
Oh, jeez.
So I took some time and found a little bit of animals. Also, since last weekend was fishing opener, these are all going to be fish-related or fishing dad jokes.
Okay.
So you're ready for the moans and groans?
I'm ready. All
right. What do you call a fish that wears a bow tie?
I don't know. What do you call them?
What do you call a fish that wears a bow tie? Sophisticated.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Sophisticated would be the answer for that one. Second joke is going to be, what's a fish's favorite instrument? Fish's favorite instrument.
Oh, man. I don't got it. What is it?
That's going to be a bass guitar or bass guitar.
I see. I was thinking bass. I was going to go bass.
Bass guitar, yeah. So, and then lastly, for the final groan for the evening, why did the fish cross the road?
I don't know.
To get to the other tide.
Oh, that's solid. Solid.
So a little take on the chicken joke. Get to the other tide would be the dad jokes for this game against Lakeville North.
Well, definitely more of a little festive atmosphere here going into the fourth quarter. So
yep. So we got into the third quarter with a lot more goals scored by Eagan, bringing our total up 11-5. Little pepped up by Coach Matea at the halftime, really lit a fire under their boys. And I believe we had about 5 unanswered goals there for a short time.
Yeah, for sure. Some good energy coming out.
Almost 5, excuse me. I think we had 4 unanswered goals. So now Eagan's going to be on the left side, going from left to right. Lakeville's going to be on the north side, or excuse me, the right side of the field, going from right to left.
Still looking for somebody.
Doesn't look like.
So ball starts in play.
Looks like we still got a penalty, so Lakeville's going to start with the ball. So it's going to be legal procedure on Eagan. I don't quite know what the legal procedure was, but Lakeville's going to, without a face-off, they're going to have possession. Take it down on Nick's left side, and then over behind, back up top, waiting out front. Number 17 takes a quick shot, bounces over Nick's right side and goes out of bounds. Looks like they're going to take in the backfield, guarded by Liam. Liam doing his best to keep the stick on. A little bit of V-hold there, shoots. Nick saw it coming and does a good job scrambling, turning the ball back over to Eagan. So good work by Nick there, scrambling to the sideline, getting there. So we're going to take it upfield, give it to Nick. Nick's going to work his way uncontested up the center. Right out in front, I believe that was Bim. Yep, it was Bim, number 44, right on the logo. So he's going to leg it downfield over to Joey Will. Joey Will only has 2 guys between him but shoots and misses. But Lakeville's going to have a player in the backfield, so they're going to turn over possession. A lot of quick possession turnovers. Right out front to number 7, wide open. He's going to take it across the 50-yard line. Get inside Eagan's offensive zone and get the touch. And then up top. And then get a fresh set of legs for Lakeville out there. Number 17 is going to be high on the left side. Back over to number 7, gets his pass thrown off track by Jack Other Medicine, so it's going to be a fight for it. Over to the sideline. Lakeville comes back out with it. Big stick check there. which pops the ball out of bounds and turns the ball over to Eagan. So good work. And then Eagan's going to have Mason Reese's going to take it right up in front of the benches, across the 50-yard line, brings it over to center. Got to get inside and get that touch there. But he's panicking a little bit, gets the touch in the offensive zone. Good job. Does not get it in enough time, and the ref says, nope, you're about a half a second off, so turning the ball back over. Not a very good clear for Eagan. We need to work on that clear, but looks like a pass, right?
Bad pass.
Just south of their
turnover.
bench is going to go right over the top.
Give another shot here.
Another turnover. There's more turnovers than a bakery going on in this corner.
Yeah, it's been a lot of errant passes for sure. So.
Mason's going to dump it off in front of Eagan bench. Takes a little check in the back. As he gets in and gets the offensive touch. Back up on the goalie's right side.
That's Lane.
Yeah, it's going to be Mr. Comer, number 26, taking it in. Back in the backfield and over to Joey Will, number 19. On the left side. Work his way around towards the hash mark. Does a little double move back towards the inside and right back. Gets a shoulder free but takes a shot. Goes low left on the goalie and gets past him, but Egan's got a guy in the backfield. So it looks like Bim takes a little check to the back. He's going to work his way around front. Looking for a little shovel shot inside. Does not make it, but Egan's got a guy waiting on Joey Will waiting on the left side, so he's maintained possession. Giving us 2 shots on this possession. Good work by Eagan. Back over to Bim, who's on X. Over to the goalie's low right side. Mid-right top. And then all the way over to number 10 for Eagan. That's going to be Blake. He's going to work his way down the hash mark. Little stutter step double move. Right over to waiting right out in front. And shooting right at the goal, but off target. Goes right over the goal, so Bim's going to be on the backfield and keep possession of it. Back over on the right side. Up top for Eagan. And then over to Blake at the 40-yard line. He's going to take a little double move there. Swims right past his guy. Gets inside deep. Takes a shot and scores.
Weaving through 3 people there.
Good
Awesome
work
job,
by Blake. Weaving in and out of those defenders. And getting a shoulder free to take a nice low shot on the goalie's left side. So Egan's up 12-5 with 8:37 left in this fourth quarter. So good work by Blake getting inside. He must have found a new stick.
I would say. He's got up to 2. He's working towards his hat trick here.
We've already got 2 players with hat tricks already. So good work by Egan's offensive running up the score. 8:37 left on the clock. Looks like Reed's going to pop it free in the backfield.
Great
Picked
job.
up by number 2. He's going to run across Egan's bench. Not really getting pressured.
Connection here with Lane.
Yeah, Lane does a good job getting it downfield and getting it in there quickly. As Egan settles the ball up top. A little mispass, but he has plenty of time to pick it up. He's going to work his way down towards low right side. Does a little stutter step move there and wants to take a shot at the goal. Good work by getting inside there, but misses off target. Bim's going to pick it up in the backfield at the X position. He's going to try and fight his way through that long pole, gets past his guy, turns the corner and takes a shot and takes a hard hit, and gets rolled and scores. Good work by Bim getting physical, getting popped just as he's shooting, and scores.
Yeah, not giving up, making that run a couple of times before he finally cashed in on it. So
a little, maybe about a split second late hit by the defense, and probably would have messed up Bim's shot. But Bim fires it off and didn't quite see it. There was a lot of traffic out front, so I'm not quite sure where it went on the goalie, but gets it in. So bringing Egan up 13-5, 7:58 left on the clock.
Looks like Reed's found something with this push behind. This is
good job for Reed getting the pop free. As Egan's going to take it into the offensive zone. Joey Will gets the touch. And he's going to fight real hard for this positioning. He wants to get in deep there. Good work by Joey. Back and forth, back and forth. Good work by Lakeville's defense staying with Joey and not giving him any room to work with. So good work by Lakeville defense, turning back a hard pressure. Little head dodge there, gets around him, going to come in, popped it free and misses his target. Goes wide, so it gets towards the out of bounds. So far they haven't called it out, except for now. It's going to be Lakeville's ball. So it is going to go out of bounds, so Lakeville's deep hole is going to take it on the right side of the goalie. Over by the 10-yard line. Wings it all the way up center. Gets met by number 55 for Eagan. Splits his defenders and runs right down the hash marks. He's got a little free clear there. Over to Nick's left side, who's going to work his way back up top on the 30-yard line. Wait for a new set of legs to come out. Number 22 rolling pass over to him. Cross over the line. He's going to take it in on the hash mark. Doesn't like what he sees. Passes it out to the backfield. Over to Nick's right side, number 2. He works his way back down in the backfield and then back up top. High right side for Nick and then high center. Takes a little stutter step. Gets some movement down speed. Takes a shot. Goes wide left to Nick. So it does stay in bounds. In a little fight with the defense and offense who comes out with it. He's going to dump it off. Good pass there. Right streaking across both sidelines is, I believe that's number, I didn't quite catch the number. Dumps it off to Joey Will, who does a spin move inside. Lakeville's defense is all the way in, so they don't give him much to work with. So Joey backs it up to the 20-yard marker and then back. He's going to go back into it. Swims around his first defender, spins in, and shoots high right over the goalie's right side. Good work by Joey. Doing a couple of good spin moves on there.
And that was Marshall that was taking the ball, running down the
field.
Okay. So Marshall was put in the work to get it down there. Great job.
Yeah, good work by Marshall, legging it out right down both benches. So the score is going to be 14-5.
And 5th goal for Joey today.
Ooh, 5th goal for Joey. Good work by Joey tonight. It's going to be 5:43 left on the clock. Scores 14, Eagan. Lakeville North is 5. So Lakeville's got a big climb ahead of them, but they're not giving up as they win the face-off. And they're going to play it right out in front of the benches. Pass it over to number 7, who's high on the Eagan's logo. They're going to get inside, get the offensive touch, slow the ball down a little bit. High on Nick's right side, little pressure there by Thomas, and gets double-teamed by Mason. And runs free and gets clear out in front of his bench. He's going to turn back and try and pressure through Mason. Tommy dumps it off to the backfield. The ball gets knocked loose and swats it right over to his player, and Eagan comes out with the ball. Doesn't manage to wrangle it up, but big hit right out in front of the ref, so he's going to call that one. So that's going to be a penalty on Sawyer, number 13. Might be a high hit. Kind of looked like Sawyer left his feet a bit on that hit. It's on an opportunity to level somebody and took it right in front of the ref. So as we wait to hear exactly what's on the table, it's going to be unsportsmanlike for sure. 2-minute non-releasable unsportsmanlike conduct on number 13 for Eagan. So we're going to be down a player as Eagan's defense collapses with the long poles. Hoping to
put in some work here.
Do another 2 minutes without a shot on goal. So good work there.
Liam
takes advantage of it and again short-handed. Liam legs it downfield, gets right into the hash marks, dumps it right out front. But pass goes free, so it's going to go right back to Lakeville, who's going to be all the way in their zone. So Liam's going to have to leg it back in time. Pass right up in front of Eagan's logo, over to number 3, down the hash marks, and they get back into the offensive zone. So they're going to slow things down. Eagan still down a player. Non-releasable penalty. And then top left to Nick, bottom left to Nick. And then over to in the backfield. And then bringing it around to number 17 on Nick's right side, back up top. Number 3, back over there, working their way around the clock. And then they're going to reverse order, a little reverse Uno going on. And then back over to Nick's right side. Pass inside, but gets popped free. But they do manage to wrangle it back up. Back in, had a player wide open right on Nick's right side. The pass goes out of bounds, but it looks like the refs are going to call it as a shot, surprisingly enough. I think the ref on the left side thought it was a shot, so they're going to maintain possession. Eagan still down a player. Non-releasable penalty, back and forth. Lakeville has gotten one shot on this 2-minute penalty. Another right up top and scores. Non-releasable penalty, so that's not going to help us. Bringing their score 6 for Lakeville, 14 for Eagan. We got 3:14 left on the clock.
See if we'll get
another whistle.
Deep hole face off here. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Crazier things have been done.
Oh, we need the extra.
Oh, it looks like Lakeville's going to have a penalty. Not quite sure.
Probably getting a little chippy here towards the end.
A little bit of talking going on. These boys get a little too wound up. So not quite sure what's going on, but it's going to be a conduct penalty on White. So Lakeville's going to maintain possession. So Lakeville does not, in fact, have somebody. So making it a little bit worse, a little conduct penalty. So Lakeville's going to get a free clear on this one. Still non-releasable penalty. 3:08 left on the clock. Egan's defense needs to tighten it up and at least keep the lips tightened too, I think. That might have been what our call was for. Wide open shoulder, but Eagan collapses on it. Good work by Liam, getting a little stick on it. Sean comes out with it, spins out, tries to drop it off to the goalie, but loses it.
Tough one.
Bad mistake by Sean out in front of the goalie. Tried to roll it to Nick and didn't quite get it where he wanted it. So Lakeville capitalizes, picks it up, and shoots it in. So it's 14-7. Lakeville down by 7. Going to be Black number 2, Lakeville number 2.
Second for Joseph Steriff.
So second goal by Joseph number 2, Steriff. So we got 2:44 left on the clock. I believe Egan's back up to even strength. So a little bit of struggle there, but number 3 comes out with it for Lakeville. Scrambles around. He's going to work his way in front of the bench. Lakeville's going to slow it down, use that to their advantage. A little bit of double move there on Sawyer. Gets around him, but doesn't like what he sees. Dumps it off to the backfield. Back up to Nick's top right, top center. He's going to square off, come downhill, gets a shoulder free and takes a shot and scores. So a plethora of shots by Lakeville here. I believe this is their 3rd in a row now.
Yes.
Unanswered goal.
Second goal by Asher Thomas.
Asher Thomas scores the second one of the night. Nick's going to have a little conference with his deep holes and see what's the problem here, guys. What's going on?
Well, they definitely, for being young, I think they've got some speed and do have some shooters. So it's looking promising for Lakeville in the future.
So 2:15 left on the clock. Caleb comes out with it. Good work. Gets popped in the head and loses possession of it, so it's going to get dropped free. Egan comes out with it, tries to settle it down.
Still just bouncing around here.
Big hit by Egan, number 7, Mason. It's going to be loose ball pushed, Lakeville's ball. So they're going to take it right at the 35-yard line, right over the top. Long pole comes across, dumps it off to Lakeville, gets the offensive touch. We got 1:46 left on the clock. As Lakeville starts downhill on the hash marks, doesn't like what he sees, pass it off to X. Gets covered up. Big pass out front, gets covered up. Looks like Sean gets a little bit of help from the short pole. Mason Reese makes his way through.
Ward.
Looks like it's going to be Ward on Mason, so it's going to turn it back over. So Lakeville's going to call a timeout with 1:31 left on the clock. Eagan 14, Lakeville 8. Down by a little bit less than half. With 1:30 left, all they can do is kind of stop the bleeding. So Eagan has to answer back with a score, that's for sure. Not really sure. Coach Matea maybe having a talk with the boys. They're getting a little too amped up for the scoreboard.
Seemed like a good time to pass the ball around. Not a lacrosse mind, but I think you could do a little slowing it down.
Yeah, we can get possession of it, get in the offensive zone, get the touch, and then start slowing the ball down. Maybe working it around quickly and see if Lakeville's defense blinks first and leaves us with a nice wide open shot that we can jump on. But Lakeville is in possession of it at this time. Is Lakeville called for a timeout?
Well, it's been fun. We've seen a lot of new faces today.
A lot of seniors out on the field today, which is good. Boys getting their playing time in, that's for darn sure. Some good work by Egan's defense a few times there, limiting Lakeville's shots. But so far, Lakeville's been unanswered. Egan's defense is not finding the answer to this Lakeville offense right now. So they're going to start on next top right side. Back up over to the left hash mark. He's going to start his way downhill. Gives it the back and then turns back. Dumps it over to the next left side. Back around bottom. And then a pass all the way up front to number 7 who's taking a sweeping shot. Not going to fool Nick, though, on those long shots. He saw it coming. So we got about a little over a minute left on the clock. Nick's going to take it upfield. As Nick gets all the way up to the logo. Drops the ball, gets a little bit of pressure, so Nick's going to take it across. And we get called for offsides again.
Not expecting.
That's the third time that this has happened on this game. So Nick panicked a little bit and took it across. So, you can't really blame Nick too much, but when he gets that close to the 50-yard marker, one of the middies better get their foot close. So Lakeville's going to have it right out in front of their bench. Got 34 seconds left on the clock. High on Nick's left side. Cuts across over the other hash mark to number 7. Back down low, miss pass. Egan's defense is trying to put some pressure on it, but they don't get there in time. He retreats back. Back up on high right side for number 7. Pass in the middle. Shoot and goal for Lakeville. Bringing their shot back up to 9. So that's going to be 5 in a row for Lakeville with 14 seconds left on the clock. Not a good end to the game for Egan on this. That's definitely not what should be happening on this game. Egan had a good lead there. They just need to keep the pressure on. And unfortunately, that's not happening. Lakeville winning the face-off, so he's going to come out with it. Number 7 comes downfield, waiting in the backfield, and then scoring immediately with 7 seconds left again for their 6th shot. So that was a nice quick face-off and a shot on goal by Lakeville. Looks like Lakeville's clicking on all cylinders now, bringing them within 4 with 7 seconds left on the clock.
That was Luke Steiner on the goal, so working the ball forward. Yeah, hopefully Reed can slow this down here and put it into the game.
Good face-off win here would be helpful. So Egan still look like they're going to come out with the victory as they fall on the ball. It's going to be picked up by Egan in the backfield. Got 0 seconds left on the clock, so they're going to whistle it dead. Egan does win this game. Not the fourth quarter we should be expecting. this definitely.
Well, and again, I mean, young team, on the other side, getting some goals and adrenaline going, and team holding on to an earlier lead. So, still much to celebrate.
It does wind up with a win for Eagan, bringing our total up to 5 wins now for the season. So good work by Eagan winning this game. Our next matchup is going to be this Thursday at 5:30 p.m. here at Wildcat Stadium against the Shakopee. Rivalry spouting off again this year. So we're going to have Shakopee at home. It's also going to be our final home game for this regular season.
An early one, I think, 5:30.
5:30 in the evening. So as we have one final game after that against our district rivals, Apple Valley, Eastview, over at Eastview the following week. And that's going to bring us into sectionals. So we'll see what happens during sectionals and where Eagan places in all this. But
well, a fun senior night, and looking forward to our game on Thursday.
Yes, and we will see you back here Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Until then, have a great night.